Do you know the difference between preventive action and corrective action? Watch this video to the end to get a better understanding. I'm Tracy Ryan, and today I'm going to explain to you the difference between these two very important concepts within a management system. But first, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new content. Let's start with preventive action, which is the most strategic concept. Preventive action is action we take before a problem occurs to avoid possible nonconformities. Depending on the organization, it may have other names, such as improvement observation or risk mitigation actions, but the essence is the same: to prevent a failure from occurring. I'll give you a very practical example. Imagine that you have a manufacturing process and have just hired a new employee to operate a machine. This employee needs to be trained before starting work. This training is a preventative action because it guarantees that they will operate the machine correctly and avoid errors in production. Now, let's take that same example and understand what corrective action would be. If, instead of training the employee beforehand, they go straight to the production line without any preparation, the chance of them operating the wrong machine is very high. If this happens, you could end up with a whole batch of off-spec parts. In this case, as the error has already happened, the company will now need to identify the problem, discover the root cause, and take measures to ensure that it doesn't happen again. This is corrective action. So, to sum up, preventive action takes place before the problem occurs. The aim is to prevent the failure from happening. Corrective action takes place after the problem has already occurred. The focus is on correcting it and preventing it from happening again. Now, how do you identify opportunities for preventive action? In addition to day-to-day observation, there are some tools that can help. SWOT analysis helps to identify weaknesses and opportunities for improvement in the process. Risk Matrix maps out the risks, their impacts, and the measures to avoid them. If the company identifies a possible risk, it can take preventive action before the problem occurs or reduce its impact if it does. Now, back to the example of the defective part. Once the error has occurred, the company needs to investigate the root cause of the problem. To do this, it can use a number of methodologies, such as Ishikawa diagram, fishbone, 5, wise analysis, Pareto diagram. Suppose that, on investigating, the company discovers that the error occurred because the employee had not received training. Now, corrective action can't just be about training that employee. You need to look at the system as a whole and ensure that the problem doesn't happen to anyone else in the future. In other words, the company can create a structured onboarding process where every new employee undergoes mandatory training before taking up their duties. This ensures that the cause of the problem has been comprehensively corrected and not just remedied at the moment. So, can you tell the difference? Preventive action prevents the error from happening. Corrective action acts after the error has already occurred, investigating the root cause and ensuring that the problem does not recur. Both are fundamental to an efficient management system and to ensuring continuous improvement within the company. And in your organization, how do you deal with preventive and corrective actions? Let us know in the comments. Oh, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive more content like this. See you next time.